Hello, welcome to the first episode of Real Talk with Riley, a podcast video series where I give y'all advice based on what I know about life. My name is Riley Roth. I've been super excited to get this started, so thank you guys so much for submitting questions. I have them written down in here, so without further ado, let's get started. The first question is, what would you say to a girl who has trouble reaching out to boys? Oof. I feel you on this. I am notoriously known for being so awkward and just having a really hard time reaching out to anybody I had a crush on. I was always like, oh my gosh, what if they don't want to hear from me? What if I'm awkward? What if they don't like me? All these things were running through my head. And then I was like, whoa, stop. Calm down. Quit thinking of all the worst case scenarios. Think of the beautiful side of it. Like, what could happen? Like, what if they like me? What if we date? What if it's so fun? I started focusing on that, and I was like, I'm not going to get my hopes up, but I'm taking that energy, that negative energy, and I'm putting it aside, and I'm just going to go for it. So I would just reach out, find something y'all have in common, ask to get coffee, get to know each other. If you guys don't vibe, then you don't vibe, and it doesn't have to be weird. Try to stop thinking about all the things that are going to make you anxious about doing it and just do it. I want to start dating girls. I usually date guys, but I'm so awkward. How do I go about it? So I've only ever been in a heterosexual relationship, so I can only speak on what I know about relationships, but to kind of go off of what I said before, just go for it. 9 times out of 10, the worst case scenario is not nearly as bad as this crazy thing that we're thinking in our head. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So I am just always a fan of boldness because it's going to get you your answer quicker. But I say just go for it. Strike up a conversation. If there's a girl that you've maybe even eyeing from afar, or even if you haven't experienced that and you are afraid to take the leap, just do it, because I think a lot of times in life we regret the chances that we don't take more than actually doing the thing that you're scared of. And if anything, like, you're just gonna grow from it. And so I'm really excited for you to discover this new part of yourself. Next we have, what's your Enneagram number? I love this one. I love Enneagram numbers. I think it can be such a tool in kind of figuring out how to interact with different personality types. I am an Enneagram 7. We're very known for being very outgoing and spontaneous and fun. So that's very much, I think, me to a T. I'm always planning a trip. I'm always energetic, wanting to get my friends together to do something. But yeah, guys, comment down below what your Enneagram number is. I would love to know. Next, we have, what advice would you have for your younger self? I love this. There's so many things that I wish I could go back and tell younger Riley at so many different stages in my life. And I guess this answer would kind of depend on which version of younger me I was talking to, but right now I'm going to talk to 17-year-old Riley, who was just so much in a hurry to get out of her hometown, pack up a U-Haul and move to Nashville, Tennessee. And if I could just grab her by the shoulders and say, hey girl, just appreciate where you're at, I would, because I think, and I'm still guilty of this today, I think I've always focused on wanting the next thing that sometimes I forget to appreciate where I am right now. Sometimes I haven't learned to appreciate it until I'm no longer in that moment, and it's just something I'm looking back on. I wish that sometimes I would just slow down, smell the roses, take in the moment for whatever it is, just live in it, learn in it, and enjoy it. Next, we have, you have great fashion sense. What advice do you have to find your own style? First of all, thank you so much. I have really just enjoyed expressing my personality through my clothes, and so I've learned that that is bold colors and textures and prints, and I love color blocking and mixing patterns, and like I said, just really expressing who I am through the clothes that I pick out. For me, it's just kind of about what makes me feel good. I don't really follow necessarily what's in trend, although I think naturally maybe that's my taste, but just focus on what makes you feel really good and the most confident just for yourself. But yeah, main takeaway is just things that really feel like me and making sure that I'm comfortable, because I'm just not going to have a good time if I'm not comfortable in what I'm wearing. And that could mean sweatpants comfort or something that makes me just feel like a badass. And then some days that's my version of comfortable. Okay, the last question, y'all, is I really want to take on a new creative venture, but I'm scared to begin. Any advice? I think a huge theme for this episode of the podcast is just going for it. My best advice to you would just be to research this new creative venture, talk to other people who are established in it, and just kind of be a sponge and learn as much as you can if it's something that you're wanting to pursue as a career. And then take necessary steps that you figure out from these people that you talk to, but also just make sure that it's something that you're going to have fun doing. And if it's a hobby, hell, try everything. Like, life is short. Soak up all the hobbies, learn all the new creative things. Like, we're here to have fun. Best of luck on this. I'm so excited for you. I, as a creative person, just love finding new creative ventures, and this podcast is one for me. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Drop some comments below if you guys have a question that you want featured in the next video, or you guys can follow my Instagram at Riley Roth, and I will be posting question boxes in my stories for you to be featured in the next episode. Thank you guys. Love y'all.